Today our topic is the most powerful Stoic exercises you should practice. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It is not about being emotionless or cold, but about finding peace and strength in the face of life's challenges. Stoicism offers practical exercises that can help us build resilience, improve our mindset, and live with purpose. These exercises are simple but powerful, and if you practice them regularly, they can change the way you see the world and handle difficulties. Let's dive into some of the most effective Stoic exercises you can start using today. The first exercise is called negative visualization anymore. This might sound strange at first, but it is one of the most powerful tools Stoicism offers. Negative visualization means imagining the worst-case scenarios in your life. For example, think about losing your job, your health, or even the people you love. This exercise is not meant to make you sad or scared, but to help you appreciate what you have right now. When you imagine losing something, you realize how much you value it. This practice helps you become more grateful and less attached to material things or outcomes. It also prepares you for challenges, so if something bad does happen, you are mentally ready to face it. The Stoics believe that by thinking about the worst, we can reduce our fear of it and find peace in the present moment. The second exercise is the Dichotomy of Control. This is one of the core ideas of Stoicism. It teaches us to focus only on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Everything in life can be divided into two categories: things we control and things we don't. We control our thoughts, actions, and decisions. We don't control the weather, other people's opinions, or the past. When you spend time worrying about things you cannot control, you waste energy and create unnecessary stress. Instead, focus on what you can control. For example, if you are worried about an exam, you cannot control how difficult the questions will be, but you can control how much you study. By focusing on your effort rather than the outcome, you feel more empowered and less anxious. This exercise helps you stay calm and focused even when life feels unpredictable. The third exercise is Memento Mori, which means remember that you will die. This might sound dark, but it is actually a very positive practice. The Stoics believe that thinking about death helps us live better lives. When you remember that life is short and one day you will die, you start to appreciate the time you have. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter, like arguing with people or chasing fame and money. Instead, you focus on what truly matters, like spending time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, and being a good person. Memento Mori reminds us to live each day as if it could be our last. It teaches us to be present and to make the most of every moment. The fourth exercise is Amor Fati, which means love your fate. This is about accepting everything that happens in life, both good and bad. The Stoics believe that everything happens for a reason, and even the bad things can teach us something valuable. Instead of complaining or resisting when things don't go your way, try to embrace them. For example, if you lose your job, instead of feeling angry or sad, think about how this could be an opportunity to find something better. If you get sick, use the time to rest and reflect on your life. Amor Fati is about finding meaning in every situation and trusting that life is unfolding as it should. This exercise helps you develop resilience and a positive attitude, even in difficult times. The fifth exercise is the view from above. This is a mental exercise where you imagine looking down at your life from a higher perspective. Picture yourself as a tiny part of the universe surrounded by billions of people, planets, and stars. When you do this, your problems start to feel smaller and less important. The view from above helps you see the bigger picture and realize that most of the things you worry about are not as serious as they seem. It also reminds you that you are part of something much larger than yourself, which can give you a sense of peace and connection. This exercise is especially helpful when you feel overwhelmed or stressed. It helps you step back and gain clarity. The sixth exercise is journaling. The Stoics believed in the power of writing to reflect on your thoughts and actions. Every day, take a few minutes to write about what happened, how you felt, and what you learned. Ask yourself questions like, did I act with kindness today? Or did I focus on what I can control? Journaling helps you become more self-aware and intentional. It also allows you to track your progress and see how far you've come. Many famous Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, kept journals, and their writings have inspired millions of people. You don't need to write a lot. Even a few sentences can make a big difference. The seventh exercise is Premeditatio Malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This is similar to negative visualization, but it focuses on preparing for specific challenges. Before you start your day, think about what could go wrong and how you would handle it. For example, if you have a meeting, imagine someone criticizing your ideas. How would you respond calmly and confidently? If you're going on a trip, imagine your flight being delayed. How would you use the extra time productively? By thinking about these possibilities in advance, you reduce your fear and anxiety. You also become better at handling unexpected situations because you've already practiced them in your mind. The eighth exercise is acting with virtue. The Stoics believe that the key to a good life is living with virtue. Virtue means being wise, courageous, just, and self-disciplined. In every situation, ask yourself, what would a virtuous person do? For example, if someone insults you, instead of getting angry, you could respond with kindness and understanding. If you face a difficult task, you could approach it with courage and determination. Acting with virtue helps you become the best version of yourself. It also brings you inner peace because you know you are doing the right thing, even when it's hard. The ninth exercise is practicing gratituding. The Stoics believe that gratitude is one of the most important attitudes we can have. Every day, take a moment to think about the things you are grateful for. It could be your health, your family, your job, or even small things like a good meal or a beautiful sunset. Gratitude helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life and reduces feelings of envy or dissatisfaction. It also reminds you that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. Practicing gratitude can shift your mindset and make you feel happier and more content. The 10th exercise is self-denial. This means occasionally giving up things you enjoy to build self-discipline and appreciation. For example, you could skip a meal, avoid social media for a day, or sleep on the floor instead of your comfortable bed. Self-denial helps you realize that you don't need much to be happy. It also strengthens your ability to resist temptations and stay focused on your goals. The Stoics believe that by practicing self-denial, we become less dependent on external things and more resilient in the face of challenges. These are some of the most powerful Stoic exercises you can practice in your daily life. They are simple but require consistent effort. The goal is not to become perfect, but to make small, steady improvements. Over time, these exercises will help you develop a strong, calm, and resilient mindset. You will learn to handle life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. Remember, Stoicism is not about avoiding emotions or hardships, but about facing them with courage and clarity. By practicing these exercises, you can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life no matter what challenges come your way.